Hi there, this is Spotty. Welcome to my Tucker Hill Home channel. You know, this past growing season was a bountiful one for us, especially with herbs. And so normally this time of the year, what I find myself doing is trying to make sure that I capture as much of the growing season as possible by preserving whatever I can and putting away for those delicious meals for the upcoming winter months. So today I'm going to show you how to preserve a lot of the herbs that might be growing in your garden. The first thing you want to do is, so today we're going to talk about drying herbs. Now there are a number of different ways that you can preserve them. You can put them in the freezer in Ziploc bags, or you can also take the leaves and put them with a little water and ice cube trays. And once they freeze, put those in Ziploc bags and you can just take them out a cube at a time as you're ready to use them. So one of my favorite ways for preserving herbs is to dry them. It's real simple. The only thing you have to do is turn the oven on at 150 to 200 degrees. You don't want to go higher than that because the idea is you want to dry the herbs and not cook the herbs. So once you do that, once you preheat your oven, you're going to take your herbs that you've collected and you're going to put them in a sink filled with water because you want to make sure you wash all of the dust and get rid of any of those little guys that might have, the little insects that might have tagged along. And you want to make sure you clean them and get rid of anything that might be foreign so that you wind up with herbs and not other things. Once you do that, you're going to blot them on a paper towel. And then, as I've done here, put them on a cookie sheet that has been lined with parchment paper. Now this looks like a lot of herbs, and it really isn't, because once they dry, you're going to come up with just a little mound that maybe you can fill a jar and then put it away on your shelf. By the way, one of the things that I do is I will take little jars like this or any airtight container, and I have invested, and I recommend to you to do likewise, invest in a nice little label maker. The reason I like this as opposed to writing on labels and putting them on the jars is these remove very easily. And once I'm done and the herbs are all finished, I can now take this little label and simply peel it off, wash the containers, and they're nice and clean and ready for use for my next go round. So once you line your cookie sheet with the parchment paper, as I've done here, again, you're then going to put this in your oven, and I normally will do this in the morning when I get up. Put it in the oven, and it does not heat the kitchen up. I know in August it's really hot, so you're not going to have to worry about that. Or if you want to, you can do it overnight when it's nice and cool. But put them in the oven, and I leave them, and I come back at the end of the day, and this is what I have. Now I've gone ahead and crushed some so that you can see what the consistency looks like. This is exactly what you would find when you go to the market, and guess what? You're going to save yourself a lot of money. So once you do that, you then crush the herbs, and I just simply take my hands, my fingers, and I crush them likewise. And I continue to crush them until they wind up with this consistency. And after I do that, then I store them in my airtight containers and put them away for all of those delicious meals that we're going to be making over the winter months. For additional recipes, be sure to pick up my cookbook, Farm Girl in the City, Food and Love. It's available on Amazon as well as at your favorite bookstore. Now, if they don't have it at the bookstore, you can always ask them to bring it in because it is available. And you can also go to my website, tuckerhillhome.com. Listen, be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure you share this with a friend. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.